Hello everyone. Today we will see quantum teleportation algorithm. As you can see, the quantum teleportation algorithm is an algorithm which transfers a qubit from place A to place B. What you are thinking that we are teleporting a qubit from one place to another is completely false. Actually, we are transporting a qubit from one place to another, from place A to B, with the help of classical communication. And as you know, the speed of classical communication, the upper limit is c, which is speed of light. So the maximum speed of quantum teleportation will be c. You can see the circuit of quantum teleportation. Okay, what we have is we have one qubit which is represented as psi, which we need to teleport it from place A to place B. And there is another two qubits which are entangled together, which is the Bell state, where beta 00 is 1 by root 2 0 0 plus 1 1, and the qubit we need to teleport is alpha 0 plus beta 1. So as you can see, this is a CNOT gate, this is Hadamard gate, and these are measurements. So initially what will be the state? Psi naught is represented here. So psi naught will be the transfer product of this state psi and beta 00. So as you can see, psi naught is transfer product of psi beta 00 and alpha 0 plus beta 1 transfer product 1 by root 2 0 0 plus 1 1. Okay, now let's know what the CNOT gate does. So if CNOT gate is applied on two qubits x and y can take the values of 0 or 1. So the final result will be, first qubit will be as it is x, second qubit will be x modulo 2 y, which is the XOR gate. So if we apply CNOT gate on 0 0, we will get the result 0 0. If we apply the CNOT gate on 0 1, we will get the result 0 1. But if the first qubit is 1, so second qubit will be inverted. So this is 0 1 0 to 1 1 and 1 1 to 1 0. So this is the first qubit and this is the second qubit. If we apply CNOT gate on first qubit and second qubit, we will get the following result. So the psi 1 can be written as 1 by root 2 alpha. Here the first qubit is 0, so the second qubit will be as it is. So 0 0 0 and 1 1. Now at the first qubit here it is 1, so the second qubit will be inverted. So this is beta 1 transfer product cat 1 0 plus cat 0 1. Okay, now let's talk about Hadamard gate. So what does Hadamard gate do? So if you apply Hadamard gate on qubit 0, so we'll get a result 1 by root 2 0 plus 1. This state can be represented as plus state. And again, if we apply Hadamard gate on 1, so we'll get the result as 0 minus 1, and this can be represented as minus state. So if we apply Hadamard gate on the first qubit, we'll get the following result is psi 2 state. Here psi 2 can be written as Hadamard is acted on 0, so we'll get a result alpha 0 plus 1, and here Hadamard is acted on 1, so we'll get 0 minus 1. And the second and third qubits are as it is. Okay, now we have the state psi 2. Okay, if we rearrange psi 2 in the following manner, we'll get the psi 2 as 0 0 alpha 0 plus beta 1 plus 0 1 alpha 1 plus beta 0 up to this term. Okay, so we get psi 2 as this term. Okay, now remember that Alice has first two qubits and Bob has the last qubit, and we want to transfer psi as it was alpha 0 plus beta 1 which Alice has. We want to transfer psi to Bob. So with the help of the circuit we get the following result as psi 2. Now if Alice measures psi 2 in state 0 0, the Bob will get the following result is alpha 0 plus beta 1. And now if Alice will measure her qubit psi 2 in the state 0 1, so Bob will get his qubit as alpha 1 plus beta 0, and same for 1 0 and 1 1. Okay, as I stated before, if Alice will measure her qubit in the base 0 0, Bob's qubit will be alpha 0 plus beta 1. If Alice will measure her qubit in the base 0 1, Bob's qubit will be alpha 1 plus beta 0. Same for 1 0 and 1 1. Alpha 0 minus beta 1. Alpha 1 minus beta 0. Now, what does this superposition means? If this is the superposition, so superposition means that Bob hasn't measured his state, and we just want to transfer psi, which was alpha 0 plus beta 1, to Bob. So suppose if Bob does measure his qubit, so the wave function will be collapsed and he will get only either 0 or 1, either 1 or 0, either 0 or 1, either 1 or 0, with the probability mod of alpha square or mod of beta square for 1. And we don't want it, we just want to transfer the qubit to Bob without collapsing the wave function. So for this, what we need to do, okay, if the Bob's qubit is alpha 0 plus beta 1 and we want to transfer the same qubit, so we don't need to do anything on this qubit. If the Bob's qubit is alpha 1 plus beta 0, so and we need alpha 0 plus beta 1, so what we'll do, we'll apply X gate. What does the X gate do? So X is a bit flip operator, so X of 0 will be 1 and X operating on 1 will be 0. So X of alpha 0 plus beta 1 will be alpha 1 plus beta 0. Now Z is a phase changing operator, so Z of alpha 0 plus beta 1 will be alpha 0 minus beta 1, and Z of alpha 0 minus beta 1 will be alpha 0 plus beta 1. So if the Bob's qubit is alpha 1 plus beta 0 and we want alpha 0 plus beta 1, so what Bob will do, Bob will apply X gate on his qubit. Similarly, if Bob's qubit is alpha 0 minus beta 1, so Bob will apply Z gate on his qubit. And if the Bob's qubit is alpha 1 minus beta 0, so Bob will apply first X gate and then Z gate, so that his qubit will be alpha 0 plus beta 1. Now, how does Bob know that he need to apply X, Z or ZX, or he doesn't need to apply a single gate without measuring his state? So in this case, Alice will measure her qubit in one of the bases, okay, and if she measures in her qubit in 0 1, so she will send a signal, a classical signal to Bob that he need to apply X gate. Similarly, if Alice measures 1 0 in the base 1 0, so she will send a classical signal to Bob stating that he need to apply Z gate. Similarly, for 1 1, he need to apply ZX gate. In the teleportation, you can see these XM2 and XM1. These are basically the controlled gates, which means that depending on the different value of these two qubits, either 0 0 0 1 1 0 or 1 1. These two can be either x or z, or either x or either z or I. So by this way, a qubit from Alice can be said to Bob with the help of classical communication, because we need to know if we need to apply the x gate, z gate or zx gate to Bob's qubit, and we only know if Alice tells us to do. And how can Alice tell us if she communicates classically? So in this way, the upper limit for the speed of quantum communication, or quantum teleportation, is the speed of light c. The book I have referred for this topic is Quantum Communication and Quantum Information by authors Nielsen and Chan. In the video's description you can find the link for this book and also the topic.